Well, joining me now in the studio is Simon Astaire, who's advised members of the royal family about dealing with the media. Thanks for coming in to talk to us. You could not write the script, could you really? Has he made the right decision to postpone?
I think without doubt. I think it's a positive move, and I think it's been sensitive to the bigger picture, which sometimes the royal family are accused of not being so. So without question, I don't think the decision was too difficult in the end.
But what about the fact that it's been delayed by just 24 hours? Is that not going to smack of quite a rush job?
No, I think the gesture is good and adequate. I think it's not being done on the same day of the funeral. I think that would only have caused a great deal of anxiety and negative publicity, and by giving 24 hours it will give the wedding a bounce, and I think life goes on, and no, it's without question the right move.
What about accusations that it's all becoming a bit farcical?
Well, I think it's been very difficult from the beginning. There's no question about that. I think there have been certain decisions that have been wrongly made, in my opinion, and there have been opportunities to put it right. But let's think of the last decision. The last decision is the one this morning. I think it was, or has been, exactly the right decision to have been made.
Do you think come the big day, despite all the controversy, despite the plans being beset by problems, once they get married, once the public sees that, then it will be a time for celebration? Or do you think the public's just really sort of enjoying the difficulties that they seem to be having?
I don't think the public are enjoying the difficulties. What I do think is that the public like to be informed. And the minute that the public don't feel that they are being told the real reasons, or they feel there's a hidden agenda, then they make up their own mind up why something is happening. And with this decision, at least it's come out the minute that it was announced this morning that the funeral was going to be on Friday, and within hours they said it's going to be postponed 24 hours. Right decision.
It wasn't straight away, though, was it, in terms of Clarence House was actually denying and saying, no, the Pope's funeral wouldn't change the minds of the date of the wedding. So there was that little bit of uncertainty, which probably they would have been better, maybe, in your opinion, saying straight away, yes, we're considering moving it and we'll announce details further.
I think that's right. I think they could have said at the weekend, if the funeral falls on the Friday, there's no question that there will be change. But there's so many things going on and so many discussions that we don't know of, and I certainly don't know of. At least now the right decision has been made, and it hasn't been that much of a delay.
So this could actually turn into a positive for the Prince?
I see it as a positive. I have gone on record to say that I think this is a good thing. I think this is a time of celebration. I think that people should rejoice in this, and it would have been difficult to rejoice on Friday. Perhaps at the weekend we can start to rejoice for it. What
about overall, in terms of all the gaffes that have led up to this? What has this done to the Prince's image, especially the whole debacle with Nicholas Witchell, the BBC's royal correspondent, last week?
You know, I think sometimes with the royal family, with celebrity as such, we try and make them different to everyone else. That they have different emotions, that they deal in different things. Last week was a week before his wedding, which has been beset with problems. You know, I would have been stressed out of my brain. You know?
What, even in the slopes, in the middle of the Alps?
Even more so, because there was time for feeling a bit, you know, calm and relaxed. And yeah, I think his grumbling, his stress is quite understandable, and I think it makes him more human. Whether you like him more, that's another question. But yeah, it was understandable, and I think he's overcome that, and he's going to go to the Pope's funeral on Friday, and come Saturday, I think we should all celebrate this.
What's your prediction for the press tomorrow? What will the headlines be? Will this be turned into a positive in their eyes?
That's one thing I do know. I've spoken to a number of people from Fleet Street, and they think it was a very positive move that this has been the announcement. I mean, if they hadn't announced it, it would have been very negative, a very dark few pages in the tabloids tomorrow. No, positive.
OK, Simon Astaire, thank you very much for talking to us.
My pleasure.
You.